Hello students, welcome back for your English literature class. Here I am going to discuss Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare, Act 3, Scene 3. It is comparatively a brief scene that pushes the plot towards the most important trial scene, which is to be held shortly. This scene shows evil thriving and goodness drowning as Antonio is an absolute loser. The scene shifts back to Venice, where Antonio is shown to be in trouble. He has forfeited his bond and is in the clutches of Shylock. Shylock is adamant to cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's heart. He wants to take revenge upon Antonio. Shylock is portrayed as a cruel, clever, and revengeful Jew. Antonio displays a lot of patience and argues with Shylock to be reasonable and merciful, but Shylock remains adamant. Even the Duke is in a tight corner. The cruel nature of the bond may prevent the Duke from allowing Shylock to cut a pound of flesh, but on the other hand, he is bound by the laws of Venice, so Shakespeare keeps up sufficient suspense. The 3-month time limit of the bond has expired. Antonio is under arrest for non-payment of debts. Antonio and his friends request the jailer to take Antonio out of the prison on the road when Shylock passes that way so that Antonio could make a personal request to Shylock. But Shylock refuses to listen to Antonio. He will have his bond and nothing but the bond. He turns a deaf ear to the request of Antonio. He hates Antonio since the latter lent money free of interest. Thus, Antonio. The action of the scene takes place in Venice, so the audience is taken back to Venice. Before the jail, enter Shylock, Salarino, Antonio, and Gaoler. Gaoler is actually modern day jailer. Shylock, Gaoler, look to him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Gaoler, look to him. Shylock is saying, Gaoler means jailer, look to him. That means to keep an eye or keep Antonio in his charge. Tell not me for mercy. Do not plead me for mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis, and points out to Antonio and says he is the fool who had lent money to people without interest. Gaoler looked to him. Yes, take care of him. So Antonio has come to plead to Shylock to be merciful and to forget the penalty of the pound of flesh. But Shylock, how can he listen? He had been waiting for this, and he is really happy that what he had wanted, that is going to happen soon. Antonio, hear me yet, good Shylock. See, when you are in trouble, you will call your enemy also good. That is what happened to Antonio. Antonio used to call Shylock a dog, a cutthroat dog, and now he is calling him good Shylock. Why? Because he is in trouble and his life is in the hands of Shylock. So today, Shylock is very powerful because his adversary is really in a very miserable condition. Shylock, I will have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. So Shylock is very adamant, stubborn, he is not going to listen to Antonio. So he is telling, yes, I will have my bond. Do not say anything to me against my bond, because I have taken an oath. I have sworn an oath. I have taken an oath that I will have my bond. In the trial scene also, Shylock mentions his oath to take a pound of flesh. He took an oath at Jewish church. Thou callest me dog before thou hadst a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. In these lines, Shylock is saying to Antonio that you gave me the name of dog before I had done any injury to you. Without having any reason, you called me a dog. Beware of my fangs. Fangs means teeth. As you called me a dog, now see, the dog's teeth can bite you, can harm you, can take a wound of flesh from your heart. The Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty gaoler, that thou art so fond to come abroad with him at his request. Here, Shylock is saying, I will have the case judged by the Duke, who cannot allow the breaking of a signed agreement, because the Duke cannot go against the law. But it surprises me greatly that you, the jailer, is so foolish to bring out Antonio because he asked you. Antonio, I pray thee, hear me speak. Antonio says to Shylock, I beseech you, listen to what I have to say. Shylock, I will have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I will have my bond, and therefore speak no more. Here, Shylock is excited and very keen to take his revenge against Antonio. He keeps on repeating, I will have the bond. He even accused the jailer of showing partiality towards Antonio by allowing him to come out of the jail. And here he wants to say that I will not hear thee speak. That means I'm not going to listen to you. All I want is my bond. It is useless attempting to take me over or insisting to talk to me. Therefore, don't talk to me against my bond. I will not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh and yield to Christian intercessors. The line means that Shylock will not become a soft and stupid fellow to shake his head and relent to forgive Christian pleaders. He says that he is not as stupid as to yield to persuasion or be shaken in by his determination by the pleadings of anyone. He is not going to listen to these Christian pleaders. Follow not, I will have no speaking, I will have my bond. Shylock is asking Antonio and his friends not to attempt to come after him. He even does not want to talk to them. He only insists on having his bond or the forfeiture. Salarino, it is the most impenetrable car that ever kept with men. Here, Salarino wants to say that Shylock is surely the most hard-hearted wretch that ever lived amongst human beings. Let him alone. I will follow him no more with bootless prayers. Here, Antonio wants to say that, say no more, let him go. I will make no more useless appeals to him bootless means useless or ineffective prayers. Antonio's appeals to Shylock are all in vain. So he says that I am not going to follow him with ineffective prayers, which is not going to make any changes in him. He seeks my life. His reasons well I know. Here Antonio wants to say that he wants to take my life. He wants to kill me. He wants my death. And I know his reason for hatred. I oft delivered from his forfeitures many that have at times made moan to me, therefore he hates me. According to Antonio, Shylock is after his life as he had rescued many people from the Jews' clutches by helping with his money. So Shylock has been deprived of his forfeiture many a time. Therefore, the Jew hates Antonio and he is after his life to take revenge. Salarino, I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold. The Duke will not allow Shylock to take his pound of flesh, which is the penalty fixed in the bond. Salarino is sure about the Duke that he will never permit this bond to be held or to take place or the penalty to be given to Shylock. Antonio, the Duke cannot deny the course of law, for the commodity the strangers have with us in Venice, it be denied, will much impede the justice of the state. When Salarino suggests that since the Duke has to decide the case, he will not allow Shylock to cut the pound of flesh from Antonio. But Antonio tells him not to entertain such false hopes. The Duke cannot go against the law. The laws of Venice are most impartial and unchangeable. The Duke cannot request Shylock to withdraw his case, but if Shylock insists, he cannot deny him the pound of flesh. Venice is great in trade and prosperity because of the foreigners. If the outsiders go away, Venice will lose its greatness. The city will be ruined. Venice is a cosmopolitan city housing traders from all countries. So, the Duke will have to follow the law. Since that the trade and profit of the city consisteth of all nations. Here, Antonio wants to say that we cannot afford to have any accusations of injustice brought against us on account of our extensive trade and our relations with so many different lands. So leave me now alone. Therefore go, these griefs and losses have so bettered me that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Antonio says, leave me now. There is no hope for me, and I am so wasted with all my anxieties and trouble that there will be scarcely a sufficient quantity of flesh left upon me by tomorrow to pay the forfeit to the murderous creature to whom I am in debt. Well, gaoler on, pray God, Bassanio come to see me pay his debt, and then I care not. Here Antonio is saying to the jailer, proceed jailer, we may as well return. Heaven grant that my friend may arrive in time, and then I shall not grudge the price I pay. The scene ends on a sad note with Antonio losing all hope for his life. His last wish is to meet Bassanio, his best friend, This is the preparation for the trial scene that follows. The audience is prepared for Antonio's tragedy. This also gives a time gap for Bassanio to reach. The scene emphasizes the theme of friendship in which Antonio, without any complaint, submits to his fate.